And she also stays with us, she said, in Agra and Udaipur and other locations.
She's here very often.
Yeah, perhaps here very often. So, but what a nice lady. I tell you, we have very nice guests. Most of our guests are just really, really nice. Nice to our colleagues, nice to everybody.
So I'm so glad we kept the Tree of Life here, because this was going to be moved in the last renovation, and it's such an iconic piece. Has really bookended the lobby in a certain way, allowed guests to appreciate another special piece of art as you enter. So one of the big breakthrough moments for the company was the Oberoi New Delhi. But it wasn't on the site that it is now. Originally, the site was elsewhere. That was the Ashoka site, right?
That's the Ashoka site. And the story goes that we were first offered the Ashoka site. And subsequent to that, the government said that they're going to start their own hotels, which was ITDC. And they then spoke to grandfather and said, we're building a hotel here, but we'll show you alternate sites. And your father and my father were then asked to go and look at various sites. And this was one of the sites, the Oberoi New Delhi site was one of the sites that they came to. And they called him up and said, there's the site, there's nothing around, it's next to the golf course. And he said, take it right away. And the reason he gave is that nothing will ever be built on the golf course. So you'll always have these amazing views. And the city will expand and grow. And that's exactly what's happened. And this was in the 1950s.
What vision Rai Bahadur had to sort of accept that as perhaps a secondary site. Of course, the Ashoka site still is a very prime site. But the hotel took some time to build because funds were not available.
In those days, foreign exchange for the country was a challenge. So again, through Mr. Nehru, who also sat on our board, and who was the ambassador to the US.
He was Pandit Nehru's first cousin.
Pandit Nehru's first cousin. So found out about a scheme where you could get a loan in foreign exchange, but you needed to work with a US company. And therefore, it was Intercontinental, and the hotel was called Oberoi Intercontinental when it opened in 1965.
The PL 480.
The PL 480, yeah.
The US used to send grain to India.
Correct.
And in return, they weren't able to take the money out, or they chose to keep the money in India and invest in collaboration with US companies. So that was in many ways a transformation, because India didn't have any modern hotels. And
this was the first one.
It was the very first, there was 24-hour room service.
Centrally air conditioned.
There was a so-called health club in those days.
Ladies
multiple
working in
restaurants.
I think it was the first hotel where ladies were employed, or amongst the first hotels where ladies were employed in large number.
Yes.
And grandfather gave an assurance to parents that they would be safe, they would be well looked after. So again, a focus really on the well-being of not only managerial staff, but rank and file staff as well.
Yes. And giving people opportunity as well.
To grow.
Yeah.